Good morning, folks. It is 4:50, 4:55, and 63.8 degrees on day 70. I'm just at a tent site, so no name of a shelter or anything to give this morning, but kind of right next to Route 33. I'm gonna wake up. Alrighty, folks. It is 6:14, 63.4 degrees on day 70. Just leaving the campsite. Oh, I just felt a bit of a bite in my left hip. I guess that's just a bit of a morning cramp thing. Anyways, yeah, slept pretty good last night. I don't think it rained. I heard in the tent just the faintest little drizzle this morning, but honestly, even once I got out of the tent, I couldn't feel anything. So often that's the case in a tent, where you'll hear rain, and it'll sound much worse than it really is. So who knows? I do have my poncho super handy here on the back of my bag, so I could just kind of grab that out with one hand if it does decide to open up, because I think it's just going to be back and forth all day as to whether it's going to rain or not. Theoretically, it's not supposed to warm up into the 80s today, which would be great, but that was also the forecast for yesterday, and it got pretty warm yesterday, so we'll see how it goes. Either way, hiking the heat, hiking the rain, hiking whatever, just kind of keep hiking. Yeah, not really sure exactly what today's got, but seeing as I only have half as much dinner for tonight as I had planned for, I think I'm going to try and capitalize on some of the infrastructure of Shenandoah National Park and pop into one of the restaurants or waysides at some point today, pick up something I can eat. So that's kind of a bonus about where I am. Yeah, nice hanging out with Raincatcher last night. Nice fella. Not really sure how far he's going today either. Yeah, I guess we'll see who we run into, what the day's got for us. We'll get hiking. All right, folks, just leaving Lewis Mountain Lodge. The camp store there is fantastic. They got pretty much all the resupply you could really need. I mean, everything from toilet paper and fuel to duct tape and super glue, backpacker pantry meals and ramen, tuna, Coca-Colas and Pepsis, so you can take your pick. And as the gal who rung me up told me, the cheapest beers anywhere in Shenandoah. So took advantage of that opportunity. Had me a little breakfast libation with some pretzels. That was great. I did buy a packet of ramen to replace the ramen that I dumped all over the ground last night, as well as sort of like a prepackaged little sandwich with some mayonnaise and mustard that I plan on cracking into a little bit later on in the day. So a really, really worthwhile stop, and definitely, I mean, I'd say less than 0.2 miles off the trail. It's pretty much right off the trail. I don't know if I give you the time, but it's 9:36 a.m. and it's 66.6 degrees. Ooh, I don't like that. Yeah, and we're about 8 miles into the day or something, I think, maybe a little less than that. Still not sure exactly how far we're gonna go. It's a cool little campground and everything, though. So we'll make our way back over to the trail and keep on moving. Oh, I saw More Energy and Carrie walking up to the camp store as I was walking out here, so it's pretty cool to see them. Yeah, that's it. See y'all later. Alrighty, folks, it is 6:29. Watch says 68.8 degrees. It feels a little cooler than that. Maybe it's just the wind. And I've walked, well, I'm getting credit for 31.1 miles, but there was a detour back by Skyland Resort that I think made it a little longer than that. So 31.1 miles, that's definitely a pretty long day. Definitely my longest day so far. And 7,000 feet of elevation gain, so no slouch in that department either. But I'm not feeling terrible. I'm just feeling tired and thankful to have made it to my destination. This is Bird's Nest number 3. It's the shelter, or the hut as it's called here in Shenandoah. And there's been like wind, pretty heavy wind, pretty serious threats of thunderstorm for the past couple hours, so I'm incredibly thankful to have made it here while it's dry. And hopefully the weather holds off long enough for me to pitch up and get some dinner and tuck in. But I made it. I made it. Hey, alright folks, it is 8:15 p.m. and 65 degrees. Just had dinner. There's a bear box here, so I was able to just throw my food into the bear box, which is great. very easy. There's two of the guys here. One is a fella just out for a few days, just kind of doing like a little section. And the other is a ridge runner, an ATC ridge runner, so that's pretty cool. He was a thru-hiker of 2017, went by the name Easygoing, which is pretty nice. He's a friendly dude. So we three kind of ate dinner together and hung out a little bit, and now I'm totally wiped and really excited to go to bed. So I don't even think I'm going to edit videos tonight or anything. I think I'm going to look, excuse me, I think I'm going to look at what tomorrow's going to be, and as far as terrain and mileage and all that. And tomorrow is extraction day, so I don't have any dinner for tomorrow. I'm so excited about that. Yeah, eat ramen every day for like 2.5 months. You'll see. Yeah, tomorrow's extraction day, so yeah, I'll try and figure out where Daphne can pick me up tomorrow, and that's gonna be so good. One other thing I just wanted to point out, just because my past few videos I've been talking about the tent flaps of, you know, how many tent flaps have been open or closed or whatever. The Z-Packs Duplex has these tent flaps which kind of pin down to the bottom there, but there's actually a bit of a hack I learned. So the flaps close together with this toggle up here. You kind of just toggle one to the other, and that helps them stay closed in the case of wind. But you can kind of take one flap and roll it up, and then just use like a little clothespin and just pin it back, which is very nice to help. You still get some ventilation, and you also still get some rain protection and stuff. So definitely that wind is still kicking up like crazy. Hasn't started raining yet, not sure if it will or not, but the wind seems to suggest it might start raining. So I don't want to leave anything all the way open tonight, but I also don't want to close myself in here and just kind of worry about condensation all night long. So I'll keep one flap completely closed and one flap up, or one flap pinned halfway up on each side, and that's how I'll sleep tonight. So unless it rains like crazy, and then I'll pull down the halfway closed and make it all the way closed. All right, I gotta sleep, y'all. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Oh goodness, I was so ready to go to sleep, and then I realized it's day 70. Time for the weekly health update. Sorry you don't get a pretty view of a pretty trail today, but I can't break the tradition. So it's day 70, weekly health update. It's gonna be a pretty quick one. I feel pretty good. Knee, shin, feet, hands. My blisters are still kind of going on the hands a little bit, but slowly and quite against their wishes, they're becoming calluses, so that's good. I had some gnarly blisters on my right foot today. I think just because, well, to get right into it, basically, I was wearing the same pair of socks today as I've worn for the past 3 days. Usually I like to switch up my socks on the third day, but it was supposed to rain today, and I thought better to have my clean, fresh pair of clean socks for tomorrow if it were to have rained all day, and then I'll just wear my stinky socks today, and if they get soaked, at least I'll have a clean pair of socks for tomorrow, a clean and dry pair of socks for tomorrow. So I'm not sure if it was the 31 miles I did, or if it was the stinkiness of the socks, or some combination of both, but definitely had some pretty gnarly blisters on my feet that I had to take care of before dinner. So yeah, kind of got those taken care of, wrapped them up in Leuco tape, good and tight, and hopefully they'll be fine until I get off trail tomorrow. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Not really. Stomach and sleep, all that has been good. Water has been good. I've been drinking a lot of water these past few days. It's been so dry, or not dry, but hot. I think I've been drinking like somewhere between 8 and 10 liters of water a day. Using the hydration packets as well, liquid IV sort of electrolyte packets. So you know, I'm trying to keep on the water game for sure, and snacks and stuff as well, trying to make sure that we keep fuel in the tank. for the hikes. But yeah, I mean, generally feeling healthy. So a very last minute day 70 health update, and yeah, now I'm going to sleep.